What's up, guys? Today's episode is very exciting. I'm very excited for this one because we are doing a dessert taste test. I've chosen 5 desserts from the internet, various places on the internet. Eric and I are going to taste them and see which one is the best dessert of them all. But I'll be honest, I kind of leaned a little bit more towards the chocolate side. So if you're not a chocolate kind of person, I don't know. Maybe make these for someone else who does like chocolate. Also, these are maybe slightly healthier desserts. And I want to preface this by saying that dessert is dessert, and dessert should be satisfying. Dessert does not have to be healthy and whatever you deem healthy in your mind or what diet culture might deem healthy. So if you want to go for a normal brownie, then go for it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do that all the time. But if you are trying to maybe get that sweet tooth craving, but still be a little more mindful, these might be something that you're interested in. So we're gonna get right on into it. So the first one I'm gonna make is a peanut butter cup. Oh, excuse me, a healthier peanut butter cup. I'm not good at baking. I'm mediocre at cooking, but baking has never been my strong suit. It goes wrong almost every time. So with 5 different recipes, there's a lot of room for error and mistakes. So just keep that in mind as well. But whatever. All that to say, my first ingredient is supposed to be cacao powder, and I don't even have that. I have cacao chocolate, which you work with what you can. Every good chef and baker knows that. You work with what you got. Also, I forgot to say, I'll link all of these recipes in the description below if you are interested in one of them and want to try them. Okay, so I'm really just guesstimating here. 1/4 of a cup of cacao powder and 1/4 of a cup of coconut oil. But I just have hard chocolate that I'm trying to melt down. So how much do I put in? Oh no, oh no. Okay, so I just decided to do this whole bar of chocolate because I figured the worst case scenario is I have too much melted chocolate. Is that really such a bad thing? I don't think so. So here we go. This is gonna go fantastic. So this is looking pretty good. And I'm just going to transfer them into these liners. You're supposed to have 9. I don't know if that's gonna make enough. And then I'm gonna put it in the freezer to harden. Okay, so it looks like it's only gonna make maybe 3. I'm making 5 desserts here, okay? I'm not trying to feed an army. Okay, so that is cooling. I'm gonna make the filling, which is 1/3 cup of peanut butter. A heaping 1/3 cup, sure. Although, is this gonna make too much filling since I only have 3 peanut butter cups? I don't know. A teaspoon of maple syrup? A teaspoon? What's the point? So we don't have a teaspoon because Eric put it down the garbage disposal once. So we have 1/4 of a teaspoon. A little more tedious, but it does the job. Looking good. A little treat for you. Actually, I'm gonna take that away. I'm just melting this down to put on top, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge or freezer. I don't know, I don't remember. And let it harden while I move on to the next recipe. Okay, next up is vegan cookie dough smoothie bowl. You can see that. Looks promising. I don't know. We'll see. Gotta get the girl really enjoying it, so it really sells ya. Okay, so I need 2 tablespoons of almond butter. Okay, this is a hassle. This better be good. And 1/4 cup of oat flour. I don't have oat flour, so I'm gonna use this. Who the heck knows if it's gonna work out? But what can you do? A pinch of salt. All these recipes love a pinch of salt. Looks like a pinch. Okay, so I got these things rolled up into little cookie dough balls. I have 2 frozen bananas that I'm going to use the spoon to get out. Oh no, these are frozen solid. Good grief. I'm gonna microwave these. So we only have espresso dark chocolate. So where is a tablespoon? I'm just gonna guess. I don't know what 2 tablespoons. You're supposed to put 2 tablespoons of these? I don't know. That's about right. Ooh, this actually looks good. This looks like real cookies and cream. I'm excited for this one. Next up, we have some vegan, what are these? Vegan Snickerdoodle pumpkin cookies. These are, I think, the only thing that are gonna go in the oven. So I'm already burnt out on baking, and I'm only on recipe number 3. Coconut oil warmed to liquid. Gotta warm it up because it's rock hard. Okay, so the coconut oil is melting down. I have 1.5 cups of coconut sugar to add. 1, 2, 3. That wasn't quite good. Ew. I don't know. That's probably good. That was a lot. Okay. By the way, I just used 1/2 cup. I didn't just put 3 cups of sugar in there. Got her. Never forget the cheesecake fiasco of 2015, where I tried to make a cheesecake for Eric when we were dating for his birthday, and it exploded all over the oven. And then I tried it again and it did the same thing. And I even had my sister helping me, and we could not figure out what went wrong. It's still an unsolved mystery, quite frankly, but it was the worst because then I ran out of time, so I didn't have anything for his birthday. I didn't have, oh shoot, it's melted. Okay, I'm gonna dump that in. Forgot about that over there. Okay. Anyway, it was the worst because I had nothing for his birthday then. And I think he had like M&Ms or something that my mom had on the counter. So that was a bust. And ever since then, I've been cursed with the baking bug. The coconut sugar, the melted down coconut oil, the pumpkin, and the vanilla, and I'm going to stir until well combined per direction. Okay, so next I'm supposed to add 2.5 cups of organic whole wheat pastry flour, which not only do I not have, but I have never even heard of. So I'm gonna go back to this stuff because it seemed, just by looking, to be okay in the last recipe, So here's to hoping. The spices are cinnamon and nutmeg and sea salt, which I don't have nutmeg or sea salt. Okay, well, extra cinnamon it is. So this might be my problem, but if it's under a tablespoon, I really don't measure, because the idea of washing those tiny little measuring spoons is not what I'm looking forward to. So I'm just gonna, eyeball it and hopefully everything's okay. The cookie dough, I should say, is setting in the refrigerator, which seems a little high maintenance to me, but I wanted to do it justice and do what the recipe called for. So I'm gonna jump into my next recipe, which is a little controversial, but I had to throw it in there. Some vegan pecan pie bars. Okay, so while the camera was off, I added a cup of rolled oats. Shoot, I forgot the pecans. Cup of rolled oats, almond flour, cinnamon, salt, 7 to 8 pitted dates, and some water. And then I realized that the blade was not in the food processor. So I had to dump it all out and it spilled everywhere. But I eventually got it in, and now I'm going to add the pecans that I forgot. This is not gonna go well. I can see the future, it doesn't look pretty. Oh, I think that's it. Got it. Score. Okay. Seems to be going well. I think I need more water. Okay, so that was a major hassle that I don't remember happening before. I'm just pretty sure that it's only because we have a mini food processor, so if you have a normal size one, it's probably not that bad, but I just made the crust and pressed it into this pan, and now I'm going to make the filling. Okay, so I am chopping up 20 more dates to make for the pecan pie filling. I'm just going to do that real quick and then put it in the food processor with some water, some vanilla extract, and some salt. Okay, the last recipe is cinnamon apple ice cream. So I'm just chopping up an apple, and this one's really easy because I just put it in the air fryer. So I'm just gonna chop up this apple. I'm going to drizzle it with some honey. You can use agave or maple syrup if you want. And drizzle it with that and some cinnamon, and then put it in the air fryer at 375 for 12 minutes. And then you just top it with some ice cream. So I'm gonna do that quick. Okay, so this just came out of the air fryer. I'm going to dump it in this tiny bowl. Oh gosh, okay. And then I'm gonna put some ice cream. This is Eric's favorite. He picked it for this recipe. And I'm just gonna put a little bit because we're tasting a lot of dessert, so otherwise you put like a full scoop serving. And then you just drizzle it with cinnamon again. Little cinnamon. Okay, the first taste test is the air fryer apple cinnamon topped with ice cream.
It's called Airfryer.
Yeah. Well, tell us how it looks. Show the people. Is it visually pleasing?
I mean, it kind of reminds me of like potato wedges, so that's exciting.
It looks like cooked apples, like they're just...
I mean, we got some hot apples and ice cream soup immediately with it because it's super hot, but...
I might try one apple. Cheers. I don't like it. Do you? I didn't get any ice cream, but...
The ice cream's good.
Did you even eat an apple?
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan personally of any like hot apple anything. But Eric, what about apple pie? I don't enjoy it.
I don't like it either, but I did want to put in a fruity kind of dessert just to kind of even things out a little bit. So
I mean, this is also like double dunker mocha ice cream with like cookies and chocolate in it. So if it was like a vanilla ice cream, I mean, maybe it'd be a little different.
okay, so taste 1 to 10. I just had an apple, and I would say 2 or 3. It was not good.
I'd rather have like a just normal raw
I would eat an apple way before that. Okay, what about, how does it look?
It looked good. I mean, it was just a stack. It was just a bunch of cut up apple slices with like a little bit of ice cream.
You're right. I think if it had vanilla ice cream on top, I think that would look cuter. If it had the vanilla, I'm gonna give it like a 7. Visually. Satisfaction. Were you satisfied with that dessert?
No.
Give it a rating.
1.
Yeah. Okay, me too. 1. This is not off to a good start. How easy was it to make? I would give that a 10. That was by far the easiest dessert I've ever had to make. That was super quick, super easy. All you had to do was chop up an apple and put it in the air fryer. Okay, next up we have the pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies. I don't want to fall off the plate. Okay, there it is. It's real thick. What would you rate it visually? Looks like a clod of dirt to me.
Yeah, probably like a 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 or 5. It's not pretty, but let's taste it. Here.
Some of the smaller ones look a little more normal.
I will say I'm proud of myself because it called to make 16 and I actually did make 16. Okay, taste test. That's good. Are you not impressed?
It's a weird consistency. I mean, the flavor is fine. It kind of like falls apart. It's like really soft. It's like really soft and kind of almost dry the way it like falls apart.
It is kind of crumbly, but it doesn't taste dry. It tastes moist in the middle. Okay, so taste. What would you rate?
I'd say 5.
I would say 7. I thought it was better than that. So what would you rate it? Would you be satisfied? Scale 1 to 10.
Probably like a 7.
I would say an 8. This is pretty satisfying. It's very sweet. And how easy was it to make? It wasn't that complicated. You definitely had to plan out a little bit because you had to chill it in the refrigerator. And I don't like when they throw that direction at me because I never see it coming. So I would say a 6 or a 7. It wasn't complicated, but... Next, we have, I think it's called a cookie dough smoothie bowl. How does this look? Appetizing?
No, not at all. Okay, this looks like cookie dough balls or whatever. Okay, that's fine. In like
it's gonna
old sausage gravy, but like the cheapo like heated up pouch kind of thing.
I don't think it looks
smells like banana.
That bad. So what would you rate it? The girl in the Pinterest video.
Oh well, say no more. Pinterest.
She looked like this was the best thing she's ever tasted. So I can't wait to eat this.
I guarantee I don't look like that. So I'll say 1.
I would say a 3. I don't think it's that bad. I think mostly because I know what went in it. It wasn't too difficult to make, actually, considering that it has different components. I would say it's probably like a 7 on ease to make, and like I already had all the ingredients and everything. I just didn't know if it would. How is it? I don't know.
I mean, the cookie dough is pretty good. I mean, it's fine. It's like chocolate cookie dough or whatever with chocolate chips and stuff.
So I would rate this taste-wise a 5. Maybe a 6 if you have a cookie dough with each bite. What would you rate it?
Probably a 4.
Would you feel satisfied with this dessert?
No.
I would be eating a brownie right after. I would be searching for the brownies after this. So I would give this like a 2 or a 3 on the satisfaction scale. Okay, these are the peanut butter cups. It said they were supposed to make 9, and it made 3 for me. So I think these are a little thick.
Holy cow.
But I also didn't really want 9 because we have a whole bunch of dessert now. So just taking a little nibble out of these. So how does it look visually? What would you rate it?
Oh, 10. Hunk of chocolate,
really good.
10.
We both really like chocolate and peanut butter, so it's a win-win. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I would say it's like an 8. I could have done a better job of covering the peanut butter, but yeah. Let me get some peanut butter in there.
If it was way smaller, it'd be great. It's huge.
Oh, my bad.
They're in the best one.
This is the best one. I think so too. Okay. Would you be satisfied with it? Look at that. That's thick. That's my bad. I should have just spread them out into actual... That's my bad. I should have spread them out into 9. So what would you rate it?
10. I love it.
What would you rate it for taste?
For taste, I mean, it's chocolate and peanut butter. It's a 9.
Do you think it's better than a Reese's peanut butter cup?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's less sweet. I don't like it. I'm not that big of a fan of Reese's peanut butter cups, so don't flatter yourself. But.
I'm flattered. I don't care. I'm flattered. Okay, the last one, potentially not least, is the pecan, no-bake pecan pie bites or something like that. What would you rate it visually? It literally just looks like a pile of pecans right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's pretty customary, so I'd say 9.
It's pretty good looking, I will say. I know you're not a big fan of pecan pie, but...
Or pecans.
Or pecans. This could go terribly, but... I'm just getting a little bite. I don't think it's quite... I didn't leave it in the freezer long enough, I don't think either, so it's kind of mushy. Okay, let's do it.
Yuck.
You don't like it?
No.
You like pecans. Well, imagine if you did like pecans. Would this be good?
Dreamy. Used to be absolutely dreamy. If you love pecans, you're gonna love this pecan thing.
I love pecan pie. It's the only pie I like. This is good. This is really good. Was it easy to make? It was actually pretty easy considering it's a pie of sorts. I would rate it a 7, all things considered, for ease of making. Taste?
I'd say it's probably like a solid 1.
I would say it's a solid 8 or 9. 8.5 for taste. I'd probably say a 9 for satisfaction for me.
I would also give it a solid 1. I'd be very unsatisfied. I would be left wanting something else.
The final ranking after some debate is in 5th place, the cookie dough smoothie bowl. It wasn't that good looking. It didn't taste that great. Did not taste like a dessert at all. It wasn't that hard to make, but all the way around it left a lot to be desired. In 4th place,
the cooked apple with cinnamon and ice cream was lame. And I said, much as I didn't like the apple, I hate banana in any other form other than an actual banana.
Third is the pecan pie bites. I personally love them, but Eric's rating brought it down quite a bit. They were fairly easy to make. Looks really pretty. Tastes good. If you like pecan pie, you will like this. If you don't like pecan pie, obviously you won't like it. So that's just preference.
And second is the pumpkin Snickerdoodle cookies. Those are pretty good overall. I mean, it's cookies. You can't go wrong with cookies. The cookies were actually really good. I did enjoy those. Nice pumpkin flavor with some like sugar on top or whatever that is.
And in first place, no surprise, is the homemade, healthier peanut butter cups. They're all the way around a hit. I mean, it's chocolate and peanut butter. You can't go wrong. They were one of the easiest things to make for sure. And the only thing is that they were too thick, and that was completely on me because I made them that way. I should have spread them out. So they are the winner by far, bar none. Okay, thank you for joining us on this dessert taste test and bake off. If you enjoyed, like and comment and subscribe if you want to. And we're gonna go make some dinner now.
Dessert first.
Dessert first, dinner second. Duh! Bye!